Hello and welcome to PepperAmmy's Tahini and Halva video. This week you get 2 for 1. We'll start with the tahini. It's a very simple recipe. All you need are sesame seeds. You can use hulled or unhulled. I'm using hulled for this, as that's all I could get my hand on. And you'll need some neutral tasting oil. First you want to toast the seeds in a dry pan over medium-high heat until they become slightly darker and fragrant. Keep them moving as the seeds burn very fast. This should only take about 5 minutes. Once toasted, remove them from the heat and let them cool. Once cooled, place them in a blender or food processor and blend until they become a crumbly paste. Then we want to add our oil a little at a time until you get a smooth paste to your liking. Optionally, you can add a pinch of salt to your tahini whilst blending for a bit of extra flavour. And there it is, part 1, your tahini. You can store it in a jar in the fridge for a few days, use it to dress salads, use it for dipping, and make a number of other things. This week I chose to make halva. As an optional step here, I have added some roughly blended pistachio nuts to my tahini. You can leave it plain or stir in some sesame seeds or whatever else you want to add to your halva. But do that now because there won't be much time for it later on. Now our tahini is ready, we need to make our sugar syrup to bind it all together to finish off the halva. For this you'll need 1.5 cups of your tahini, 1.5 cups of sugar, and around half a cup of water. Now I spent a while trying to convert cups into grams, etc. And then I just had a brainwave moment, just use a cup. So I used just a cup out of the cupboard. I want to dissolve our sugar in the water over a medium heat. Once the sugar is fully dissolved in the water, we want to bring the temperature up to the firm ball stage, around about 250 Fahrenheit or 121 degrees Celsius. We want to slowly pour the syrup into the tahini whilst mixing with a spatula. This can be tricky if it's just you on your own, but stay with it. Once the sugar syrup is fully mixed in, you want to keep mixing until the halva pulls away from the side of the bowl. This is when it's ready to be put into a mould, sheet pan or tray. This should only take around a minute or maybe even less. If you overmix the halva, the texture will become too crumbly and very hard to cut into portions. At this stage it will still be very hot, so be careful how you handle it. While it is still soft, you can gently press some nuts or other topping into the top of the halva, or wait for it to cool and finish it off with a bit of melted chocolate. And here we have it, the homemade halva. This is very dangerous stuff because if you read the ingredients, it's about 50% sugar. It's really, really addictive, but really not good for you. Fuck's sake. Others, can you stop licking my foot, buddy? Thank you. First, you want to toast the seeds in a dry pan over medium-high heat. And there it is. That's part 1. That's your tahini made. And now on for part 2. Nope. And there it is. That is your tahini made. Now, you can store that in the fridge. There it is, part 1, your tahini. You can store it in a jar in the fridge for a few days, use it to dress salads, use it for dipping, It's gonna be a long week. Now, I personally spent a long time trying to work out how to, work out the difference between this is rambling on and blah, 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 blah. Words are hard, okay?